Roxo Media House.
Hey Frog fans, welcome inside the Flying T Club studio here at Roxo Media House. I'm Sarah Sylvester with women's volleyball and basketball.
And I'm Lily Nicholson with the TCU women's volleyball team.
Thank you for always supporting TCU's volleyball program. We have loved seeing the support in the Schulmeyer so far this season.
We're also excited to host this edition of Frogs Today. In today's show, we will recap the TCU baseball team on their non-conference play so far. Beach volleyball, who kicked off their season this past weekend with a perfect record.
In addition, we'll look at TCU men's and women's basketball. As for track and field, the women's team secured a 7th place overall finish, while the men's team landed in 10th place overall.
We will also catch you up on the 6 TCU football players who are in Indy this weekend for the NFL Combine. In addition, TCU Athletics is expanding with a restoration and wellness center named in honor of the Simpson family. So much to get to after a quick word from one of our sponsors.
Stay tuned.
In Botham, we put people first. So we simply start by listening to you. Whether you're searching for customized insurance, HR, or financial solutions to protect your home, car, health, business, or employees, our specialists are here to serve you, the people you care about, and your success. Higginbotham, insurance, HR, and financial services. Inspired by you.
Welcome back inside the Flying T Club studio. I'm your host, Sarah Sylvester. TCU Baseball has had a successful start to their season. This past weekend, they advanced their overall record to 7-0 after defeating the UCLA Bruins. The last time the Horned Frogs were 7-0 to start a season was in 1994. Logan Maxwell stretched his hitting streak to 9 games dating back to last season. This places him second on the team for his batting average so far this season. Carson Bowen had another 5 RBI game on Sunday, bringing his career total to 60 RBIs. Now he leads the team with 14 overall. The boys extended their streak on Tuesday with a narrow 8-7 victory from a walk-off in the 12th inning against Washington State, but the excitement did not stop there. On Wednesday night, they faced the Arizona Wildcats, securing a 6-1 victory and advancing their record to an impressive 9-0.
It hasn't been easy. You know, we've had, opening weekend, we're finding ourselves a little bit. And then, we've been in these situations now, 3 or 4 different times. And, you can hear Peyton Chatagnier, when we get out and we have to go back on defense, you can hear him, don't let up, don't let up, don't let up. And I think that's the calling card with this group, is the fact that they don't let up. And, it's not going to be easy, but I feel like they always fight. And that's a huge piece in terms of a coach watching your dugout and watching your team is, what's their mentality when they do get punched in the face. And again, I didn't see 1 second of panic, and I think that's a resilient bunch that ended up winning the game in the 12th.
Well, I think this was a perfect example of you never know what can happen, and everybody that comes in to play TCU is going to play their best brand of baseball. So if you're not focused on each and every game, a team can sneak up on you and take one from you.
We're learning valuable lessons, too, that games are never over. Like, you got to continue to add on and continue to play, because a 9th inning happens like that. Doesn't happen often, but you have to learn that baseball, it's never over until that 27th out. And so I think they're learning a lot in terms of what it means to play a full 9 innings, or tonight 12 innings, and know that you're never out of a game, and neither is the other team. So you got to keep playing, and I'm just proud of the way that we handled the 9th inning, and then to turn around and put up 3 zeros after that and then get a walk-off win is great.
Next up is the Kubota College Baseball Series at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Good luck, boys. Now on to basketball. The TCU men's team squared off against Cincinnati on Saturday at the Schulmeyer Arena, where they clinched a 75-57 victory over the Bearcats. On Monday, they battled number 15 ranked Baylor, but could not maintain their momentum and suffered a heartbreaking 62-54 loss.
Decision-making was atrocious. The transition early, we blew some of them, gave them away, then we missed open shots, and still it's a 2-point game at halftime. So, nothing seemed to go our way. And then they got every long rebound in the second half. And, so again, we got out rebound 12. I'll take responsibility for that. We didn't make open shots. We took bad shots, and we missed, we over-penetrated. And so it's on me. So that's where we're at. So congratulations to Baylor. They were coming off 2 losses. We beat them there. We played well Saturday. You'd think we'd come out and play well. We didn't, and we got what we deserved.
They hope to turn it around tomorrow when they take on BYU in Provo, Utah, with both TCU and BYU boasting identical conference records. The Horned Frogs strive to secure victory and earn their 9th win in Big 12 conference play. Coach Jamie Dixon talked about their upcoming weekend on this week's episode of State of the Frogs.
And going into BYU is going to be a tough game, but two of the top transition teams, BYU being more three-pointers, TCU getting more to the basket. Can you talk about what we can see this weekend against BYU?
Yeah, I know they're way up there. I don't know exactly what they are, but two different ways of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I wouldn't call it theirs is more kind of a secondary transition, I guess you could say. There's some throwing ahead, but there's some staggers away, and I think that's where they're really good at and different to what we are. But we have seen it. We have played against it, and everything they do, we've prepared for before this week. So we've had time, but we know it's at their place. We know they're 7th in the net. We know how they lead the country in three-point shots attempted. So there's no surprises. It's just, can you guard and do it for 40 minutes and know that they're going to hit one, they're going to hit two. It can't turn into a streak, and we've got to respond.
Alternatively, the women's basketball team secured a victory last Saturday, marking Sedona Prince's return to the court after being out with an injury since January 3rd. Making a remarkable comeback, Prince scored 15 points, leading the Frogs to triumph over Houston with a final score of 59-49. The team is on a roll and secured their 4th victory in a row against Texas Tech on Wednesday night with a final score of 73-52. Fingers crossed as they aim to clinch a win tomorrow against West Virginia for the first time this season.
Well, tonight was just really special. Obviously, senior night is a really big night for every program, and so really happy that we could send our seniors off with a victory in their last game at the Schollmeyer. Really proud of our defensive effort. It's just incredible, the journey of this season, to go kind of from a high-powered offense to now a team that's really defending. We used our zone for the first time in about 7 weeks, and so we have been working on it. And so tonight I'm glad that we were able to use it and be really effective. And then I guess you could say Sedona is shaking off the rust from missing those 7 weeks. So great team effort. Really proud of this group and where we're at, and excited for the opportunity that's ahead on Saturday.
Yeah, I think we're just getting back into our routine, learning how to play with each other and stuff. Like Mark said, it's been, 3 different seasons within this one season, for our team. And so getting used to playing with each other again, and we're kind of getting those reps and just playing more and getting more comfortable. So our offense is moving much, much, much better.
Oh, Sedona's such a unique basketball player because of her ability to impact the game on both ends of the court every single possession. Defensively, she changes every shot around the basket. So an elite rim protector, which not many have. She's an elite rebounder. And then offensively, you saw it today. She was hitting threes. She was posting up. She draws fouls. She just impacts the game in so many ways. There's not many players like her in college basketball.
Good luck to both our basketball teams. Meanwhile, men's tennis begins their outdoor play tomorrow. So far, the team holds a 9-1 record, 5-0 at home. The guys take on number 10 Texas on Saturday at 2 p.m. at the Bayard H. Friedman Tennis Center.
Hey, Frog fans, Coach Roditi here. Just inviting you this Saturday. We play Texas, highest-ranked team on paper. They have the best players in the country at number 1 and number 2, the highest 2 players. It's Kids Day. We'll have free stickers for all the kids. We're also going to have popsicles. First 100 kids or adults that want a popsicle, it'll be 80 degrees. It's going to be amazing. I can't think of a better place to be than here on Saturday at 2 o'clock versus Texas. I could tell you a million reasons to be here. The tennis is going to be the best that you will find in the country, but it's Texas. I don't need to say anything more. Go Frogs.
Following on Sunday, they take on number 14 Baylor at noon. Good luck, guys. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Energy does everything for us. It's all-encompassing.
We're all benefiting and affected from it.
And it is something that we all need to know about.
It is the glue that holds everything together.
TCU is powering what matters. our future.
We don't just talk about what's needed, we focus on results.
The Ralph Lowe Energy Institute is creating a world where energy is affordable, sustainable, and reliable.
Simply the best barbecue in Fort Worth. Dine in, catering, or drive-through. 2900 Montgomery, just off I-30. Remember, the best barbecue in Fort Worth is at Railhead Smokehouse.
Welcome back inside the Flying T Club studio. I'm Lily Nicholson. The number 4 ranked TCU women's beach volleyball team traveled to Houston, Texas this past weekend to compete in the Third Coast College Classic. The Frogs finished 4-0 on the weekend and defeated their first top 10 opponent of the season, LSU, who is ranked number 6. Haley Hamlet and Annalena Camille broke the program record for the largest margin of victory in their match against UCA from the number 1 spot, winning 21-6 and 21-4. Along with Hamlet and Camille, 3 other Horned Frogs delivered a perfect day. Keegan Polk, Emma Glago, and Morgan Williams all opened the season undefeated. We hear from Coach Hector Gutierrez and several players about their hot start to the season.
Feels great. Happy for the team because it was a first half weekend with those 2 ranked teams that you said. We normally, you go to places and you don't really try to schedule like too hard in the beginning. Just give it a little bit of, to get like things going. But this year we decided to do a little bit different, and I'm really happy about the outcome. Of course, we won and we saw a lot of good things and on other things that we need to improve. But yeah, we beat two great teams that Washington being an up-and-coming program from the last few years, and they always fight hard, and LSU being on the top 10 for forever. So they always have good players, and it's always a battle against them.
For me, it was super exciting to watch the newcomers and freshmen and transfers this year, how they playing for TCU, because our team obviously looks different compared to last year. So it was so exciting to watch them to win. And then on my court, I was so excited to play with Haley again. And yeah, for the first couple points of the first game I think it was against UW, I was pretty nervous, and then 5 points late, this feeling just was gone, and I was enjoying and just go for it.
I think it was super, super fun to compete with a totally new team. We obviously have a ton of turnover, but we were really excited to go out there and just show them all the training that we've done over the past 8 months or however long it's been. Both teams that we played, Washington and LSU, were super competitive. They had a lot of good players, but we fought. We had a lot of third sets, and we pulled a lot of them out and won. So it was really exciting. I had a ton of fun. I definitely think from the fall we learned a lot. We went out to the West Coast and played in Manhattan Beach and didn't win a ton, but we learned a whole lot. And so we're really excited to go back out to California again and show everybody how much we've improved and how we can compete with all the best teams in the country.
But basically we concentrate in our game. I think we don't want to be too concerned about what the other team does. It's mostly about what we do. So, and the girls get it. The girls sometimes it's hard to tell the players to don't worry about too much what they do, because they do. But we're trying to keep them be more present in what we're doing on the court.
I just like being into this vibe, competition vibe, when everybody's cheer for each other and we go together for warm up. We having lunch, dinner, breakfast together. We warming up together. We play together and supporting each other. And I think this is the best part what I'm looking for.
We love the culture. We love being together and the togetherness of getting to travel as a unit. We're traveling 18, which is a little bit of a bigger roster than we have had in the past. And that is honestly such a blessing because everybody plays such a big role. And to be honest, the moments that we get to spend with each other and the memories is what I'm looking forward to the most, because I think that trust that we have in each other is what helps us compete, and knowing that sidelines or on the court everybody has everyone's best interest in hand, but obviously we want to go out there and kick some tail too, so it's a little bit of everything.
This year we feel like we have players that can do a really good job if we move them around, which is it means we're super versatile, and it can change our strategies in our games if we need it for lineups, which is great. And it's something that is good to have, because you never know. People underperform, people get sick, get injured, and you need to make changes as you go on the weekend. But my peace of mind is like they're gonna do well. So it's pretty good to see it.
They definitely think that we have a little bit of a chip on our shoulder. We obviously were national semifinalists last year and want to go even further this year.
They're ready to continue their winning streak when they take on the Stanford Cardinals today at the Battle at the Bay in Stanford, California.
It should be. We're excited. They have a strong start this season. They beat pretty much went 4-0 in the tournament in Hawaii. They beat UCLA, USC, Hawaii, and LMU. Pretty much everybody in the top 5, and they probably have that momentum. But we're excited. I mean, they're number 2. They've never been up there, and we have. In the past, and we know what it takes to be up there, and the girls do too. So no doubt it's going to be a battle, and as you said, we never lost against them, but every year is different, especially nowadays with the transfer portal and people changing here and there. So I'm excited. I'm personally excited. It's the beginning of the season too. We understand that whatever happens now, it doesn't really impact what you're going to do for the rest of the season, because what it really matters when we go to nationals and and everyone is on the top shape to go for it.
My team. Let's go. Good luck, ladies. Meanwhile, TCU Track and Field had an outstanding weekend at the Big 12 Indoor Championship. TCU women's team finished 7th in the team standings with 40.5 points. The team's 7th place finish is the best finish for TCU at the Big 12 Indoor Championships in TCU's Big 12 era. The men's team took 10th with their score of 31 points. After breaking her own school record in the 200-meter, Iana Gray has qualified for the 2024 NCAA Division I Track and Field Championships. She will represent TCU at this event on March 7th through 9th in Boston at the track at New Balance.
It feels really good. I'm not going to lie. It feels really good because I feel like a lot of people don't see me as they see me as competition, but not someone that can beat them. Like, even ESPN Plus, when I watched the video, they didn't even have the camera on me before we even started the race. They had it on the Texas Tech girl. So I just feel like I'm gaining respect by being a Big 12 champ.
She was motivated. Before she came here, we definitely sat down with the goals, and one of the goals was to break the school record and live her own legacy. And I said, if you want to live your own legacy, you got to do stuff like break the school record and make it to national meet, and that's what she done, so I'm not surprised.
I have a very good support system. All my teammates, they're very supportive of me. They always like, Ayana, you got it. They always give me very positive feedback and advice before I even run the race. So I never feel unconfident because I have a lot of people behind me backing me up.
Goal from last year, from disappointment from last year, was to go to nationals indoors this year and go to nationals outdoors. So she's put in the work and she deserves to be there.
My team, I feel like they all work very hard, and as me being a part of the team, I like to lead by doing. So my team, they cannot get better as me being an upperclassman if I'm slacking off. So I like to lead by example and show them, you can achieve these things. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what name is across your chest. It's when you line up on a person on the side of you, it's about what are you going to do that it takes to win.
The camaraderie that they all have with each other. When I came here, me and Coach Robinson sat down, and one of the goals was to get the women's team to be better than they've been before. If that was going to take a year, 2 years, or 3 years, that was our goal. That was our goal, and that's the goals that we set for the women's team. And they went out there and they done it. And the way that they act with each other, they all have the same goal, and is to be the best. In order to be the best, we've got to make finals, and we've got to have points, and we've got to keep rising to the top.
The goal is always to win. But, of course, I'm just going to go out there and do my best. As long as I PR, I'll be happy at the end of the day and come home with a trophy.
This is only the beginning. This is year 2 for us as new coaches, and this is only the beginning. Like, we're trying to go top 3 and maybe win one day, but we need people like Ayana and Tia Harlan and Gracie Morris and all these other athletes in order to keep taking us to the top.
We are a team. We motivate each other. When somebody's on the line, we're screaming, almost losing our voices, like we're running on the side of them. Like we are a team. We support each other. When somebody's down, we're like, it's okay, you got it next time. We are a team.
Best of luck, Iana. TCU Athletics has announced that its new Restoration and Wellness Center, which is currently under construction, will be named the Simpson Family Restoration and Wellness Center in recognition of the legacy gift made by the Simpson family. This will be one of the 4 facilities included in the $50 million donor-funded Human Performance Center projects. It is currently scheduled for completion in July 2025 and will make TCU the only school in the nation and just the third facility in the United States with a dedicated snow room. Shifting gears to football, 6 TCU football players are in Indy this weekend for the NFL Combine. Running back Imani Bailey, safety Millard Bradford, offensive lineman Andrew Coker and Brandon Coleman, cornerback Josh Newton, and tight end Jared Wiley will represent the Horned Frogs. TCU has 29 players on active NFL rosters. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Squire Shop.
We are locally owned and operated since 1994.
We specialize in the finest men's clothing that the market has to offer at affordable prices with unbelievable service.
We do custom clothing all the way to more casual, Peter Millar, Johnny O, kind of everything. Well, my dad's the owner, so I've been around retail my whole life. Oh, it's great. I mean, it's the best boss I'll ever have. I know that.
We love our TCU community. They have been so good to us. Come see us today. Go Frogs!
We're lucky to have a collective that's as strong and as powerful as the Flying T Club. It's a big deal for us. It is a game changer. You know, I would just encourage any fans out there to support it. Everyone asks me, what's the biggest priority? And I say, NIL is big. Please jump on board, show these student athletes how much they mean to you. The thing about NIL is I think there's a right and a wrong way to do it, and the Flying T Club's do it the right way. Let's keep winning. Join the Flying T Club today.
Before we go, make sure to check out Players Club every week, filmed right here in the Flying T Club studio. This week's guests are Blake Rogers and Ben Abelt from the TCU baseball team.
You both mentioned your coach, Sarlo. So what do you look for in a coach when picking a program?
I would say for me personally, person over player. If they care about the people, then they care like more than just baseball, and that shows a lot about their character, but also like how they run the program. And I think that also testifies to the kids that they bring in, because I feel like if they're caring about the character of the kid, then they're caring about the character of the team. So I think that really goes into what coach, like how they like carry themselves as a person.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. I think that definitely the person instead of the coach, because you know, if like part of these teams is having a family, and like if you're not fully bought into everyone on the team, including the coaching staff, then like it's not going to work as well as it should. But also, I just talking to Los whenever I was going through recruiting, it just it felt like he understood, because when I was going through the recruiting process, I felt like no one really understood like the mechanics, because I throw a little unorthodox, and I feel like he understood because he's dealt with unorthodox arms like Trent Appleby, Halen Green, Nick Lodolo, and River Ridings, and you know, I thought it was the best fit.
We've had a lot of fun hosting this week's episode. For everyone behind the scenes here at Roxo Media House, I'm Sarah Sylvester.
And I'm Lily Nicholson. Thanks for watching this week's show. And thank you for always supporting TCU Women's Volleyball. Please like and subscribe to Frogs Today for the best coverage of TCU Athletics. Until next week.
Go Frogs!
Roxo Media House.